guys, welcome back to the channel. Glad you're here, and thank you to my new subscribers, man. Appreciate it, guys. Hope you enjoy the content. We are here back on the Belvedere. Now it's a rainy, crappy day down here in the south, and I figured I'd take a little time to work on the body work on this thing. I ain't gonna go crazy. Listen, I ain't gonna go crazy. I'm gonna leave the patina that's on the car, but there is a few choice spots that just don't look like the rest of the car. Now, stuff like this, we like that. We like that. Right here, that's really cool. Looks like where someone's been just having her hand hanging out the window when they're cruising with somebody. You know, stuff like this. But the body looks really good. Most of this was oxidized, and I ended up buffing most of this out. As you can see, it's pretty shiny now. But we got this. We got this mess here, guys. Somebody at one time had tried to repair this. Now, they did a good job on the quarter. I don't know. Colorblind, I don't know. You can see where they had painted it. There's the primer. Below it, there's the original paint. This is Bondo about from here down, which, you know, hey, you're going to have that on a car that's this old. You know, props to the guy who attempted to fix it before me. But as you can see, we got a little hole here, and we definitely have a hole here. Now, I'm going to do this the professional way, the right way, and not take all that out. I'm just going to make me a nice thin coat of Bondo and just go over that. Nice thin coat. Then we're going to sand it, and we're going to prime it again. And I got this quart of paint. Now, it's pretty darn close to what the car color is. I think it's a little lighter, but I don't think it's going to look bad considering the area that's in. Because when you're looking at the car, you're going to be looking down like this, and you're really not going to see it. So, you know, I'm really hoping from a faraway look, it's going to look good. Yeah, this is a quart of enamel that I told you I was going to get from, you know, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, at your local paint store. And we're going to thin this down, you know, with some lacquer thinner. And we're going to mask this off and put it in the gun and spray it. But first, we got to do something about this. I can't leave this hole here. I mean, I could shove some cotton balls or something in there, duct tape, and just plug it, and you never see it. But I'm going to put a nice thin coat of mud here. Just thin coat of mud. And then we're going to sand that down, prime it, let that set up and dry. But then we also have this area here. It actually looks pretty good that somebody else did. This is not my work. This actually came out nice, but they never painted it. You know, right there. Any of you body guys know what a Bondo sounds like, or fiberglass sounds like against steel. You'll know that you'll be able to find it. You know, if you listen. Well, there's some mud. You know, but we still got steel here. But we're just going to do the same thing. Take the paint that I got and get that little dusting right there. Now, the other side, not as bad, but thank God I'm not a fat guy. But we got some really cool patina over here too. You know, right here. It looks like somebody may have been doing one of these deals or one of these deals over the years of fueling the car. So yeah, little scratches. We're gonna leave that. That's cool. And well, yeah, like this here. That's rust. Someone tried to scrape it off before me. There's no holes, it's surface rust. We're just gonna scuff that down pretty much the best we can, get all the loose stuff off, and then just clear coat over it, slow down the process, or just freeze the process. This side's pretty good. And then we got this spot here. This door, same thing. Somebody already reworked it. It came out pretty good. I'm not gonna mess with that anymore. I might sand it down a little bit, smooth it down with some 1000, and just feather that in, spray. This here, same thing. This is just wear and tear. This is just paint peeling. We're gonna leave that on there. We're just gonna scuff that down with some Scotch-Brite and clear coat it. And again, this is the other spot somebody fixed on this corner. Now this whole corner here, man, is shot. And that's all mud right here. But it's solid. You know, it's rusty under there. But you know what? But the patina on this car is pretty cool, and the paint looks good. The car is 100% complete. It's not missing nothing. So I don't really see a reason to go ahead and spray the whole car. Guys, there's a lot of car here. You know, if you're going to spray a car like this, you want to do the door jambs, you know, in the trunk wells, the fender wells, all that stuff, and you want to make sure every inch of this car has been repainted, and you want to do it the right way. You don't want to do a, you know, an Earl Shives, if anybody remember Earl Shives, or a Mako job. You want to do a professional job. I don't think this car is at that place where it needs a professional paint job. I just think the patina's on is really cool. The car is shiny. It looks sharp going down the road. All the chrome is there. So we're just going to, you know, clean up these areas and kind of get to blend in the best we can. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to look good. It's going to look a lot better than, you know, 3 or 4 gray spots on the car. So yeah, let's mix some mud up, guys. All right, guys, let's grab some Bondo. Hopefully I have some left. Yeah, anywho, we don't want fiberglass. We're not using fiberglass. We want regular Bondo. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And we're gonna bring it over here, and I will show you how I mix Bondo. All right, now mixing Bondo is, you know, it's not an exact science, but there is science behind it. So what you want to do, open it up, and take a whiff. Man, that stuff smells good. Used to love working in the body shop. You take some out like this, and don't use your mom's spatula for this, guys, or a spoon or something like that. You know, that's probably way too much, but that's all right. Here's our hardener. Yeah, this is kind of old, but it'll work. And you want to find something preferably clean to mix it with. That might be enough. Let's see how that works. Yeah, is that clean? Yeah, that'll work. And we're just going to mix this up, you know? Just make ourselves a pudding. Mix it up really good until it's all one consistent color. We'll just... Yeah, is that better? I know some body guys out there right now are screaming. You mix it up, get that pink color like you see it. Now you gotta work fast, because the less amount of or the more hardener you use, the quicker it sets up. Get in there, get in there. That's looking pretty good. Just like that, just like that. Then you're gonna take it over, hopefully it doesn't set up on time. Over to the car like so. You come down here like this. And you just smooth it on there. See, we're just gonna put a nice thin coat over this. Just like you see, just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. And like I said, for some of you guys looking at me going, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing that. Well, you know, it's what a guy does. Everyone does it different. Everyone has taught different. But me, I think it's going to be perfect. Just like that. Look at that. Now I feel like Bob Ross. Nice. Nice. All right, we're going to let that little bit set up. All right, we have our thin coat of Bondo on there, and it is fairly thin. Once this sets up, I'm going to go ahead and take some 100 grit sandpaper, knock it down, and then feather it out with some 220, you know, then the 300, 400, you know, get it nice and feathered in with the existing body work that's already been done, and hopefully get this paint that I got to blend it and match. So we're halfway there, man. We're getting there. We just gotta let this set up. All right, guys, we're gonna let that set up a little bit. And remember, man, if you're a shady tree mechanic or you work out of your own garage, like I do, out of your home, you know, I do all kinds of stuff, from plumbing to roofing to building houses to restoring cars to building engines to body work. You know, I'm not professional at anything. I would never try to portray any of my videos as a teaching lesson or a class. I just do things how I know how to do things, and pretty much they all come out looking pretty good, thank God. But that's just my level of work, and everyone has their own level of work. But if you have an old classic you're working on, man, you want to do something to it, you want to start doing your own work, do it. Get on YouTube, you know, find guys like me or find other guys that, you know, have done this. You know, if you want to learn the professional way, go to school. But at the end of the day, it's your car. Make your car the way you want to do it. Take care of it the way you want to take care of it, you know. Don't worry about what other people think about you and your project and what you want to do to your project. If it's something you want to do and something you like, you do it, man. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. You know, you knock it out on your own. All right, well, there you have it. I have it all sanded. I took 600 to it, and yes, on a block. Now, any low spots or divots, all stuff like that, you're theoretically supposed to use guide coat, but we're not putting guide coat on this. I should, but I'm not. Or you can use glazing spot putty for any also divots or low spots, but we're not going to do that either. This feels pretty good. It came out nice and smooth. I like how smooth it is against that thing. Feels pretty good. I'm satisfied with that. I'm probably going to go over it one more time. One good, and then put a coat of filler primer on it. Yeah, that's all it needs. You gotta go crazy. You know, we're not setting this up for you know, to take it to a museum or anything like that. We just want to get this area looking like that area. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this up right here. I'm gonna come back and see a nice coat of primer on there. I'd also like to add, when you are bondoing over existing primed metal surfaces, you will have a ridge here. Now, I have sanded that ridge out. It feels good. There's no ridge there. You can't tell that that's even there. The hardest thing is blending it, and you don't want a bunch of ripples. You know, it's nice and smooth. Feels good. Now the filler primer will fill in any little imperfections that's in there, and you want to put a coat or two of that on. Put a coat on, sand that, another coat, sand it again, you know, with 400 or something like that, 600, and get it nice and smooth. Now this area here, probably from actually this whole bottom piece will get maxed off from here up, and we're going to spray just this part right here. Now, I already know that the color I have is going to be a tad bit lighter, so I know there's going to be a difference in the paint. Look, like I said, we're not trying to set this thing up for, you know, a museum or anything like that. This is a daily driver. We're going to drive this every single day, rain, shine, whatever, you know, mud. It's going to see everything. So I pretty much want it just to flow. You know, look at it, go, oh, wow, look at that, oh, and then flow back, because the color will be a little different. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and when I come back, it'll be under a nice coat of primer. There's a certain level of pride that comes to with owning one of these old classic cars. I've had, you know, pictures up there on the wall. I've had close to 200 cars, if not more, since I was 16 years old, all the way from, you know, GTOs to Dart GTs to Satellites to 57 Chevys to Camaros. I've had a whole slew of cars, you know, all the way down to my 66 Impala, which is, I think, right there. And I'll show you a picture of it right there. I do all my own work, from welding, replacing glass, custom interiors, you know, and you can do it, man. You can do your own stuff, you know. I find that it's more inexpensive to learn and do it yourself by trial and error. You know, if you do something and it comes out looking kind of crappy, you don't like it, oh, you know, I start over, man. Constructive criticism is good, but don't listen to other people, you know, telling you, oh, don't do that, you shouldn't do that. Do what makes you feel comfortable. Do with what you can with what level of experience you have. And if you have buddies, you know, that'll come over and help you, because I always seem to be that guy. Everyone says, oh, Bob, he's that guy. You know, I know a guy. Well, usually that's me. I weld, I do it all. Like I said, I'm no professional in any area, but I know how to get things done, man. All right, well, there you have it. Now we have 2 coats of primer. And that came out pretty good. I don't see any ripples. I don't see any indents or anything like that. I took my light to it. When this fully dries, I'll take my straight edge to it, make sure it's nice and straight. If it needs to be sanded again, I'll rework it and prime it again. Like I said, guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Unless you take it to a professional body shop and pay thousands of dollars, it's not going to be perfect. And unless you're a professional body guy working at home, then it's going to come out looking good. But if you're like me and you just want to do it in a low budget, make it look good, make it look good. That's pretty much what we're going for here. You know, this is good. This will be good. When I paint it, I think it's going to look great. Now, you can see this is the original color here. This is a color that somebody at one other time tried to match, and they got pretty close. You know, as you see, original paint, you know, that's primer and paint. So they really didn't scuff this down too well because that's still shiny. And I took some wet sanding paper over that, and I wet sanded it. And you know, you can definitely tell that they just shot it. They Earl shot it. But we're going to sand all this back down, this whole area down, this whole part of the quarter, and we're going to prime this, mask it all off, and we're going to spray that. Now, I got to let this set up for the night. I'm not going to spray it tonight, so there might be a second video on this. So we are going to pretty much let this dry. Let this dry and come back to it tomorrow. All right, guys, just to let you know, it's a messy job. I love doing body work. I love doing stuff like this. You know, working on his old classic is fun to me. It's fun doing it yourself, especially if you're just learning, you know, trial and error. You're going to figure it out. Either way, you're going to get an end result that you're happy with, I hope. I am happy with how this came out. Now, like I said, I'm not a professional body guy. I just know enough to get it like that. You know, I think that is pretty good. You know, it's pretty straight to me. Now, another guy watches the video and might say, oh, no, it's probably ripped, it's probably ridged and all that. That's okay. It's my car. You know what I mean? So, like I said, this is a daily driver. We're going to drive this thing every single day. It's going to see sand. It's going to see mud. It's going to see rain. It's going to all kinds of garbage. You know, but I'm happy with that. So there will be a part 2 to this video of this getting sprayed coming soon. I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers, guys. Thank you. I'm still heading for that 500 follower mark or 500 subscriber mark. Please like, subscribe, share if you like this kind of stuff. But yeah, I thank every single one of you guys, man. Until next time, man. Peace.